Hey everyone, I'm just gonna wait to see if anyone will jump on the live with me. We're gonna discuss law of attraction and what it has to do with the success in business. So let's see if anyone will join me. Otherwise, I'll just crack on and I'll tell you a little bit more like why am I talking about it and what am I currently learning, what am I currently practicing, and what it actually has to do. So I have nearly, I don't know, 3,000 friends on Facebook. I'm never maximizing. And I'm seeing a lot of motivational quotes, inspirational quotes on Facebook. And well, actually, not only on Facebook, a lot of people doing it on LinkedIn and all pretty much all social media. Whether to just get the engagement because someone told them to do it, or maybe whether they actually believe it and they want to share and inspire others. And I would like to understand what is that you are believing in terms of the law of attraction, and whether you are successful in business or whether you thinking that you are missing something. So share with me in the comments, or if I don't see the comments, because the comments are coming with a bit of a delay, so maybe I will see it a little bit later and I can answer it. But I just thought that I will share my experiences. So some of you know my business journey. I started in 2013, so 9 years ago, and I started simultaneously with personal development. And I started with network marketing, and I ran my property services business, and I started working online in 2017. I started with affiliate marketing, yada, yada, yada. But all the time, I have been doing personal development. What is personal development? And like most of my friends on the friends list probably already know, because like I can see what people are sharing. And when we're talking about it, we talk about positivity and believing in yourself and faith and what have you. But what does it actually mean, and what does it mean in practice? Because like a lot of people are talking about it, a lot of people read many books, but do you actually understand how it works? I'm not an expert in law of attraction, definitely, but I have been practicing, and probably I didn't realize until now how much has changed over the last 2 years, actually, and what had the biggest impact on my success with where I am currently with everything, and what this has to do with all the practice that I'm doing. So I think it was year 2019. I have done a gratitude challenge. I don't know if some of you were following me back then. I actually made a challenge. I was in a really, really low point of my life, even though I was still in the business. I've still been doing practicing law of attraction, but I didn't fully believe it. So the whole time I've been learning, I've been reading, I've been watching videos. I've been not consistent with, for example, with meditation, with doing affirmations, sometimes writing my gratitude journal. And I have been like, when something was going super well, I kind of stopped doing it. And the problem is like the moment we stop doing and stop practicing, it stopped working, right? So even though the law of attraction works all the time, but we kind of catching ourselves on like kind of questioning of what we're doing and whether we believe something or not. So I've been inconsistent, but anyway, there was something I was really consistent with, and what has made a tremendous difference in my life. I was working as a kitchen designer back then. I have not been full time online at that time, and I just thought from the 1st of January I'm gonna start a gratitude challenge. What does that actually mean, and what have I actually done? So every single day for the whole year, for 365 days, I have been posting something I was grateful for every single day. Even though when I had a shitty day, I still was trying to find something that was making me grateful for. And it's not about the money. It's not about having the luxury or whatever I didn't have. It was something. It was to trying to realize of what I had, and I had an amazing support. I still have amazing supporting partner that helps me. I have all the senses that are working perfectly. I have 2 feet. I have the power to change my life. I had the power to do anything in during the day. I could change my reality just by taking action. I had every single day, I was able to breathe, I was able to get up from bed. I was able to, I have the access to technology. I have access to all the books that help me to understand where I am and what can I do in order to help my mindset grow and help to learn how to grow the business, etc., etc. So that was a tremendous impact. And yes, there were days that I really didn't feel it, but I still was trying to find something. So even when the day was hard and it was super challenging and I was feeling super down, I was still grateful for it because I knew that every single day, every single challenge have made me stronger, have made me gave me a lesson. So all those challenges are making us to what is coming. It's preparing those challenges are preparing us for becoming better us, better ourselves. So and makes us stronger, makes us prepare for more challenges, more difficult challenges. Imagine if you're struggling with something very little, such as like low energy or something is not working or you're still barely making it online or in your business and everything is going like you hitting a head to the brick wall or whatever. Everything is preparing us for bigger challenges. So you need to overcome that challenge in order to get stronger, in order to face bigger challenges. So if something is not happening yet, then be sure and you need to believe that it will pass. It will pass, like same as everything in your life. When you look backwards on all your challenges, all your problems that happened before, you overcome it and you can laugh at them right now, right? Whether you lost a job, whether the interview didn't go so well, whether I don't know, whether you're not feeling well because you had a cold or maybe you are passing COVID. It will pass. It will make you stronger. It will make you more immune, right? So bear that in mind. Um, how is that to do with success in business? So when we're reading all the books about law of attraction, positivity, sharing the motivational quotes, there used to be training groups on Facebook about Facebook and about Instagram, etc., to share the motivational quotes, and they were even given to you in order to share it to boost your engagement. And yeah, that is working. But if you don't truly believe it, if you don't provide the value, if you don't really practice what it says, then nothing's gonna happen. You really need to believe it. So what do I mean by that? I'm currently part of different groups about law of attraction. I'm also doing some freelance work for my friend who is an astrologer. Not everyone believes it, but that's okay. If you are the kind of person that sometimes blames the moon, the full moon, for some sort of events in our lives, well, just know that all the planets have some sort of impact. I believe everything is energy, and everything radiates energy. So whatever you want to attract, you need to feel it first. So if you a lot of you, I'm sure, heard of the book The Secret, or maybe watched a movie The Secret, and what it says is like think and you will receive. And but it's not only the thinking, they also say believe. What does that mean? So it's not only thinking that you're gonna receive the money, it's not only thinking that you're gonna attract the perfect partner, it's not only thinking thinking that you're going to, I don't know, live in a mansion. Because if your old system of belief since your childhood, if you believed, if you were taught, and your subconscious mind sank that belief system about like money doesn't grow on trees, you need to work hard to have money, and you felt bad when you have the bills to pay, or when you have, I don't know, whenever you weren't shopping, you were feeling guilty later after spending so much money. Well, if you're feeling bad, it's all about the feeling. So when you feel great, then you suddenly, everything else is beautiful. When you're in love, right? You're feeling like you can fly and everything else is super easy to do, and you starting to feel like you can fly, and you are really powerful to do anything and face any challenges. Well, then think of it this way. If feeling in love is like that, feeling positive, like you need to make yourself feel good and feel positive, feel good, feel powerful, in order to attract more of it, to be that powerful person. So you need to feel how do I explain it? You need to feel to be the person who you think that you need to be in order to receive what you want to receive. So you need to be prepared to be the person who can receive whatever you want to attract. And so I know it doesn't maybe make sense in the beginning, but trust me, when you're starting to feel, so it's not only the think and believe, it's also feel. So how can you make you feel something, let's say feeling rich, feeling healthy, feeling in love, etc.? Well, start from yourself. If you need to love yourself, you need to appreciate what you have. When you're starting to really feel the gratitude of what you have, you're gonna start having more and more of it, because the law of attraction doesn't hear the word no. So rather than thinking and feeling like, oh, I don't want this, oh, I feel bad about this, etc. Well, you need to switch it. So the moment you feel, sorry, the moment you think about negative aspect about some situation or a challenge, then that's when you need to automatically think a positive thought in order to change your feeling about the situation, about yourself, and that you are able to face it. So how in terms of the business, when we start, we don't, first of all, like I personally didn't quite understand how all the making money online works. Basically, I knew I need to, obviously, like every single business is about the same thing. You provide some sort of value, whether you solve a problem and you provide solutions. So you need to provide something in order to exchange value. So someone gives you money for you solving their problem, their need, their want, or something like that. So when I signed up to my first high ticket program that has been actually shut down after 6 months, I felt super bad, and I didn't believe that I could sell it, because I didn't see the value in it. Okay, so even though I really wanted to do it, and I was trying, and I was kind of modeling what other people were doing, because I didn't believe it, I didn't feel good about it, it didn't really work, right? So if you're still making very little, or you're not making anything at all, this is when you need to work on your mindset and actually practice law of attraction. So what do I mean by practice? So for example, if you want, I can share with you my YouTube list that I'm listening to every morning when I wake up, uh, and listening to affirmations, doing some guided meditation, guided gratitude, and maybe join a couple of groups where people are actually practicing the same thing, so you can learn from them and you can have the support. And basically in the state of relaxation, so whether when you are super tired, you just really like don't want to think, you just kind of switching off your mind, the conscious mind, and this is where the power is. So you need to be in a state of kind of like when you are nearly like passing out from tiredness. So when your conscious mind is switching off, and only subconscious mind is working on your breathing and on your body functions, that's when your mind works like a sponge. That's when you have to bombard it with good positive information. So don't watch horror movies, all the news that are pretty much all negative. So don't watch something crappy, which is kind of garbage into your mind, because that's what you're gonna attract. Because your mind is starting to absorb everything is bad, all the people are bad, and there is wars, and there is virus, and economy is going down. No, you have only focus on something that you can control of. So start listening to affirmations, do a guided meditation, and focus on something that will make you feel good. Listen to some positive music, listen to some motivational video on YouTube. I have a list that I have prepared, like 5 minutes. It depends how much time I have, but usually I don't like to spend more than 15 minutes or 20 minutes on it every morning. So what I do, I actually found a different clips of 5 minutes guided gratitude meditation, 5 minutes of guided um, how do I say, guided meditation to release everything that do not serve me. 5 minutes of wealth attraction affirmations. Just when I wake up, just when I'm still feeling like sleepy and dreamy and I'm relaxed, so I'm not really thinking yet about the tasks of the day. This is super important. Don't jump on your phone. Do this first. And then once you listen to that, you will feel better. So just think like, I have everything, and everything is working out for me. I'm attracting, I'm a money magnet, etc. Money are good, because with the money, Like a lot of people think like money is evil. Well, if you believe that the money will bring you evil, and you will never have it. So if you want to attract more money, you really need to change your belief system about money. Do that practice, that morning practice about um, attracting whatever you want in your life, and start listening to positive informations and focus on the gratitude. Later on during the day, I'm also part of a couple of groups where they talk about whether beliefs about money, how law of attraction works. Read some books as well every single day, even if it's 2-3 pages. Don't tell me that you don't have time to read 2 pages of the book. I have the book, apart from rewatching the movie The Secret every single time. I'm always learning something new. I'm also basically reading the book. So there is The Secret, there's Power, and Magic is all about the gratitude. So I highly, highly recommend to read that. Um, so the next thing would be, for example, do something nice during the day. So even though the day can be hectic and the day it's not always going as you think, automatically think what is good in it. Okay. So and now in terms of the business, the moment I started to not giving up. So sometimes when I was joining a couple of affiliate marketing programs, the moment I saw that is unethical, which was not aligning with me, I was unable to sell it. Simply as that, because like I don't like to sell to recommend anything that I think is selling a thin air. So when something doesn't really solve a problem, when there is like a bunch of 1 hour videos, and I'm gonna charge for it like 200-300 pounds, sorry, dollars or pounds. The moment I know that someone will earn shitloads of money from it, and they really just keep talking about the same thing that they do not work, and they just literally telling fluff without any practical advice, I just can't recommend that. If that doesn't solve the problem, then that is pointless. I just can't promote anything like that. So hence, sometimes, yes, I did make the mistake, but if I didn't make those mistakes of buying the crappy programs that I was unable to sell and no one was buying from me, then obviously that has taught me a lesson that they were bad programs. So when I actually come across good programs, affiliate programs that were actually teaching in depth something, and yes, they could be more expensive. Some not all of them, but there are some good programs out there. And if you truly become an expert in that field, and you find a program that you say that you could do yourself, and this could be your program, then this is the program for you. That's what you should promote. So if you don't fully understand what they teach and you couldn't teach it yourself, you probably won't sell it. So you first need to become an expert in the field of the product that you want to promote. Say, for example, everyone is picking up the example of healthy lifestyle. So if you are not living a healthy lifestyle and you want to sell nutrition products, and you're not really looking like a health object, let's say, health walking object, then obviously you're not going to sell it, and no one will believe you, because like you can't sell something that you are not representing. So if you're selling marketing programs, you need to know a little bit about marketing. Why is that program good? If you won't be able to explain why something is good for someone, then you won't be able to sell it. So law of attraction in terms of business is like, that's the missing key. I think a lot of people start in business, they don't either really fully believe that they can make a success, they don't really spend enough time to become the expert in that field. If you are not really passionate about talking and teaching other people about what you know, then you're probably gonna struggle to make money online. You may make sale now and then, but the money will start coming to you when you truly want to serve other people, when you want to actually help them, and you know how to help them. So most of all, like, why all the coaching programs are telling like you need to listen, and all the sales call are about asking open questions, let the prospect talk, blah blah blah, and let them tell your problems, and then you repeat the problems to them, because that means active listening. Well, I think of it this way: don't be an automatic robot that will just repeat everything. And yes, in the beginning it is a little bit of modeling, but you need to really understand it. So it's not only about that. So think of it this way: if you want to have a success in business, you really need to feel good about you in business. You need to feel good as an expert. You need to feel good about sales. Don't think that sale, like when I started, I felt super bad selling and accepting, receiving money from people because I didn't fully believe that the something that I'm selling is really worth it. Why I didn't believe it? Because I didn't fully understand it. I didn't know what marketing is. I didn't know what traffic and leads and all this kind of jargon. I didn't fully understand it. So only when I started to study and doing program after program after program about marketing. Then I did a master's in marketing. When I fully understand marketing and learning from both from university that just literally put a theoretical framework to what I actually learned online, it's when I started to understand. So when I started to sign up to different another affiliate marketing offers, then I understand like, okay, this sales funnel tool is good for you because of this and this. And I tried 5 different ones and I can compare them, the prices, the features. Why do you need those features? It's fully understanding what you actually need and what the prospect needs. I, for example, I'm recommending 2 different sales funnel tools. One is for people who already have grown their business and they can actually invest because they want to fully track it. Then there is a little bit more elaborated, more expensive tool. But if they're just starting and they have a little budget, I'm not gonna put it in their throw, the more expensive tool that they don't really need because that will be too overwhelming. So then I'm promoting cheaper tool that will do the same job, but it won't just give them all the other functions that they don't need at that moment. They can switch to it later. See, it is the same with the email marketing. I can say I've used a couple of different ones and I understand why do you need email marketing? Why do you need to send the emails to your prospects? Why do you need an email list? And again, if you try different tools, you understand like the interface, how it works, how easy it is to set up those different elements. That's when you actually will understand what can you recommend, what solution you can recommend to the problem that your prospect has, to whoever you're speaking to. So if you're speaking to someone and you're fully trying to understand what is the best solution that you can recommend them, that's what it's going to make a difference. So if you're just sharing motivational quotes for the sake of raising engagement, yeah, you're gonna get engagement, and that's where it's gonna end. That's not gonna bring you sales. To get sales, you really need to believe, feel successful, be the person who can receive. So I know if I want to earn money being a marketer and a coach and a marketing consultant, I need to be the best I can be to serve others, solve their problem. If I don't feel that I have enough knowledge, or I will be questioning my worth and the value that I provide, and if I will be questioning my expertise, then obviously people will also get that impression that if she doesn't really feel confident in what she's doing, then how can I believe that she's gonna help me, right? So if you cannot help yourself, you need to be confident in what you're selling, and the only way to do it is actually being an expert in it. So really get passionate about what you're selling, and fully understand the prospect, whoever you're speaking to, the person on the other side. What is their problem? What is their budget? Don't try to force someone, and definitely never, please, just make sure that someone doesn't actually spend their money, their life savings on something that you're really not sure if that's going to benefit them. Because like I would never ever recommend someone to get something on a credit card if they, let's say, some programs that are offering for 3, 5, 7 grants, and someone is completely brand new. Well, this program can help them, but it will take at least a year time. So if they will need to pay that credit, and they will be counting like, oh, I'm gonna make them money in 90 days because that's what the program says. Like if you are a brand new beginner, you wanna make 6 figures in 90 days. That used to be a lot of scams like that. So you really need to fully understand that. Don't expect people to pay few grants and expect the returns in 3 to 4 months time, because if they just starting, it will take time, not to watch all the videos but to also implement them. Okay, so don't try to sell the solution that is not really right for them, and make sure that their expectations are met, and make them aware. Like if you're just starting, even if this can take you, I don't know, a week to watch all the videos, you're gonna be overwhelmed. I was, when I was starting coaching, I was trying to validate my own value, validate my own expertise by trying to teach a person in 1 hour. Sometimes I was going like an hour and a half and 2 hours, and people were just like overwhelmed of what I was teaching them, and they were unable to put it all together because it was just too much information. And that's how a lot of people make money as well, by the way. So I don't know. I really love Tony Robbins events, for example, and I attended one last year in March, virtual UPW during the pandemic. And it was how many days? Thursday, Friday, 4 days, 15, 18 hours a day. And yes, it is meant to be a full immersion because like when you're exhausted or when you pumped, etc., your physiology change and you absorbing different things. They provide a lot of value, don't take me wrong, but there is so much value in such a short time that your brain just doesn't absorb it. So that means that you will need to do it again and again and again and again. So that's why that's exactly the same way why when people getting a course that can teach them everything, and the course can say like, if you do this for 15 or 18 hours a day, which they don't really say, if they do it, hi Cheryl, hi Chris, Oliver, if you have any questions, please drop me a comment and I will try to answer later. So that's how majority of programs work. They sometimes tell you that you can achieve your result in 2 months, 3 months time. But the problem is like, yeah, they provide you with all the information. But if you still having like majority of people when starting, they have a full-time job, part-time job, whether kids, family, partner, etc. You need to still do things in the house, obviously. So practically, maybe if you're lucky, you can spend 2-3 hours a day on it. Most people spend an hour, if less. Then obviously it will take time to watch all the training, absorb it, implement it, and also even simple thing as content creation. It's not enough just to have an offer, talk to people and put some content, put some motivational quotes out there. No, you need way more than that. Especially if you don't spend money on the ads. First of all, you should not spend money on the ads until you know how it works organically. It's the same, any business that you start, you kind of doing every single part of the process yourself. And then once you know the whole sales process, how it works, in order like, okay, first is getting the client, then it's giving them, I don't know, a questionnaire or something and finding out what they need, and then you provide them the solution, etc. And you have each part of this of the sales process, know it because you've done it yourself. That's when you outsource it. That's when you hire people to do, okay, you're gonna do this part of the process, you're gonna do this part of the process. The same as in any factory that producing products, like this is helping to do automating, creating that part of the product, this is creating this part of the product, and another one and another one. That's why it is important that you do every single part of the process yourself first, and then you automate it because you understand what sort of automation you do need for each process, which part of the sales process. That's when you automate it, and only then you can spend money on the ads. But before that happen, you need to do it organically. So when you're creating content, when you need to have all the pieces of the puzzle. So as I say, like your working gears of the machine, of the engine that takes you to your final destination. It's not enough to just post a couple of posts on social media. It's not enough just to have a great offer, even if you believe it, even if you understand it. You also need to start understanding, why do you need email marketing? Why do you need a sales funnel? If you look on the biggest people, the biggest marketers, biggest agencies, how they sell, each of them, whether you see an advert, whether you see a post with the link, they take you somewhere, they give you something for free. That's the freebie, that's the lead magnet. After that, once they give you the freebie, you are on their email list. They building their own asset. Email list is a business asset because it's a list of contacts that no one will take away from you, even if Facebook disappears, or any other social media. In that fact, so once you have the email list, that's when you're starting you can provide them more information. Okay, would you like to understand more? I don't know. And you keep teaching. With every single email you provide more information, and then you can provide like, okay, if you would like to learn more, I have this solution for you. Don't feel bad about providing the solution that people look for. People are still buying, people look for the solutions, but you need to educate them why yours is better than anyone else's. And that email list is built through sales funnel. And sales funnel is literally a sequence of one-page websites where people have no other option, no other action that they can take that apart from one call to action. Call to action one: receive the freebie in exchange for the email. the second page, they landing on the next page, which is called thank you page, and that thank you page will basically thank you for the details they provided. They inform them how they're gonna get their freebie they sign up for, and then they will introduce a little bit more about, like, okay, if this is you, if this is your problem, etc., etc., then perhaps you want to find out more about, I don't know, how to do your own marketing via webinar or via challenge. If there are many different strategies, so every person basically sells their own strategy and different solutions, then they offer. And so the only thing that you can do on that page, on that thank you page, is basically sign up for the webinar. You don't overwhelm people with everything at the same time like normal website does. That's why you should not direct your people directly to the website. You take them through a journey, and you release little pieces of information in order to guide them later to your final solution that can help them. But if people receive everything in one go, they're not going to do it, they're not going to implement it, they will say that it doesn't work. So you need to bear that in mind. So in terms of the law of attraction, going back to the main topic, is basically you need to feel that you know what you're doing, that you believe that your solution can help and serve your the person that you're speaking to, that the person that you understand their problem. You need to feel good about selling, because selling is actually serving. If you're doing it right, it's not selling. It's just, if you, let's say if something helped you, I don't know, in terms of ladies, I'm sure you bought some magic skincare products, or maybe you went to a fantastic masseur or fantastic spa, and obviously you're gonna tell your girls, right, like, oh my god, I've been to the spa over the weekend and it was absolutely amazing, the food was amazing, the massages or the treatments were superb, and you feel refreshed and rejuvenated, etc. You will share it naturally, and they will naturally buy it, because you are truly believing that this is going to help them as well. They will feel good. And it's the same with every single solution that you're trying to sell. Okay, so if you're using it, if you fully understand it, if you truly believe that it can help others, there is no selling, there's just serving, because people will, you just want them to have the same outcome that you had. So you really need to, don't try to sell something you have not used yourself as well. So and allow yourself the time. So now in terms of the law of attraction, so apart from the morning routine, listen to it every single morning, the moment you wake up, before you grab your phone, before you start engaging with your daily task, before you start thinking what you're going to do during the day. In that moment of the between waking up and just getting up, start listening to affirmations, do some guided meditation, do, most important, gratitude. Think of what you are grateful for to feel good. When the moment you feel good, everything seems easier. Same as with love, you feel powerful, you feel good, and no challenge will be a problem for you. The next thing, which I'm going to start, and I used to do it, just grab a notebook and start writing affirmations. So it's not only thinking about it, it's also, there's something about writing. Sometimes when you write notes, like when we used to go to primary school, high school, and we used to do tiny little notes for our exams, or whenever we used to do notes, the brain starts to absorb it more. So it's not only thinking, like, so when you study something to remember to keep repeating, the moment you write it down, the moment you're starting to remember it better. So write it down what you are grateful for. And even if you don't have it, like, I am grateful that I'm earning more money every single day. I am grateful that I am healthy. I am grateful that I am able to go to the gym and move around. I'm grateful for all my senses. I'm grateful for roof over my head, for this beautiful location that I am right now. And I have not been here, and I wanted to be here for the last 20 years. And certain things will take time, and you need to be patient with it. So another thing that you can do is listening to motivational talks, motivational videos on YouTube that are free. Read some books. Maybe I'll show you a couple of books. Maybe on the next video, because this live is getting quite lengthy. But what else do I do? Sometimes I'm just relaxing and I'm taking a laptop to the bath. Well, not to the bath, but like I'm taking a bubble bath with maybe a glass of wine, and I'm putting the laptop on a stool next to it, and I'm watching The Secret. I'm watching some powerful videos. There is the second part of The Secret, well, which is not really the document, is more of a movie, but it is super nice. It makes me feel good. So I'm keep rewatching those films that makes me feel good. So what makes you feel good? Is it dancing? Is it singing? dance like dance like no one is watching, right? Like, don't just share the motivational quotes, just really practice it. So try to really understand them. Read some books, and every time you have a negative thought, just try to think of something completely opposite. Beliefs about money, maybe sometimes if you cannot still do it and something you feel like blocked, etc., maybe a session. I recently had a session with my friend astrologer, who is also a practitioner of RTT, and she's actually doing sessions of RTT, rapid transformation therapy, which is basically putting you in the state of hypnosis, so that relaxation state, hence the moment before going to bed or just waking up, is the similar state of relaxation where your mind and subconscious mind absorbs the most information. And she's getting deep into that blockages, and you starting to think of the moments that when you thought of you, what has actually sunk in you as a child, for example, but not only as a child, what has made you feel bad about something, maybe your belief system about money or about yourself or about work, about health. Some people are just thinking like, oh my God, I'm gonna get cold. Oh my God, this is cold. And they constantly moaning, and cut yourself off from negativity. So trust me, it will do you more good. Don't be afraid to be just with yourself. A lot of people are trying to surround themselves, and they're like going like flies to the, I don't know, I don't want to say what we say in Polish, to the craft basically, but generally, like, if you surround yourself with people who constantly complain and moan, and they don't lift you up, they say like, they constantly moan about their bosses, about their job, etc., you're starting to feel that. And especially if you are an empath, then you're gonna feel it even more. So that's the moment where you really need to cut off yourself from that. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be easy to sometimes lose a lot of your friends, but it's better to have one and surround yourself with people who will lift you up, who will tell you like, you can do it. You can do it. It will take time, but you can do it. You deserve more. You can have more. You are not doomed. Okay, you have the power within you which you can discover, but you need to work on it. You need to work on your mind, and that is the key to success in business as well. If you watch all the video, if you just started now, then watch it from the beginning and understand fully what do I mean by that. Let me know if you're watching live, so hashtag live, or if you're watching replay, hashtag replay. Let me know where you're watching from. What would you like me to explain a little bit more of? What you don't understand, what you do understand, so I can do another video about it as well. And I'm talking a lot about marketing and business, but I thought like a big part of what I'm doing and what I'm believing and why I am where I am and why is it working is actually practicing law of attraction and all the and growing the mindset. So I think if you're just posting quotes and if you don't do anything else, then you really need to revisit that, and we can talk about it. If you have any questions, drop them in a comment. I will try to answer it. Either after the live, or I can answer some questions now if you have any. So if anyone is with me, sometimes the comments come super late. Cheryl, Chris, Oliver, I'm not sure if you have any questions, but drop them in the comment, and I hope I will be able to help. Let me know what you think about what I'm saying. That would be also great. I would like to share more of my knowledge, and I will try to do more live videos as well. But I love writing, so this is my baby really, but I'm gonna try to do more. If there is no questions, I'm gonna wrap it up for now because it has been a long time since I started to talk. So I wish you all the very, very best of the day, and I'm sure you will all be successful if you just believe and feel that you are actually receiving it, and allow yourself to receive it. That's it for me for now. Bye.